Today is the day. The long hours the Dhammadayattas have spent preparing over the past 3 days has led them up to this point. It is time for these 10 men to become ordained as Buddhist monks. To start off their ceremony, the Dhammadayattas lead a procession of family and friends around the chapel 3 times while chanting to honor the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, also known as the Triple Gem. Their heartbeats quicken as they scale the front steps and enter the chapel. They start to recite the first part of their ordination chanting as a group in order to pay homage to the ordination grounds. The next part of the ceremony requires the Dhammadayattas to ask forgiveness from their parents and relatives so that they may purify themselves of past transgressions. Asking forgiveness from and bowing to your family is not common practice in many cultures, so this procedure can be very humbling and emotional. Although some Dhammadayattas' relatives were not able to make it, they keep their family in mind during this process so that the inner purification can still take place. After receiving their robes and alms bowls from their families, the Dhammadayattas prepare to undergo Bappacha, or lower ordination. In this process, the Dhammadayattas receive the 10 precepts, which marks the closing of their lay life and a transition into novice monkhood. The 10 precepts are moral codes of conduct that further restrict and consequently purify one's speech and behavior, thus providing a good foundation for purification of the mind. After performing the necessary chanting, each Dhammadayata allows the preceptor to place the robes over his head, thus finalizing his transition into novice monkhood. They then exit the chapel to meet up with the IDOP staff, who quickly help them change and re-enter the chapel, neatly clad in their saffron robes. Although they may look like fully ordained Buddhist monks, they have yet to undergo Upasamppata, or higher ordination, where they will earn the remaining 217 precepts. They proceed to break up into smaller groups of 3 or 2 based off of their age, and take turns on stage chanting the sacred words they have been practicing so diligently. Nerves are at an all-time high as they perform their chanting as a group, doing their best to synchronize their voices and avoid mistakes. Despite their emotions and the short amount of time they had to practice, each group of Dhammadayattas successfully recites their chanting together, thus marking the final step in their transformation. A strong feeling of pride, relief, and joy lightens their hearts as they triumphantly exit the chapel as fully ordained Buddhist monks. The morning after their ceremony, the Dhammadayattas wake up early to prepare for a very important monastic duty that is often one of the most deeply impactful experiences of monk life: walking alms round. The jagged stones create a sharp pain in the bottoms of their feet as they walk barefoot through poorly paved streets. However, this is a price they proudly pay in order to honor this ancient tradition. It is apparent from the state of their clothes and houses that the local villagers don't have much to give. Yet often their whole family wakes up early in the morning to cook and offer the best food that they have. By walking alms round, the monks not only provide the lay people with a sacred blessing for health, wealth, and happiness, they offer them the opportunity to instill the virtue of generosity in their children and extend the life of Buddhism by supporting the Sangha. And in turn, their faith provides us with the inspiration to practice ourselves to the best of our abilities.
You have to memorize the blessing. I was really focusing on that blessing. I wanted to do everything perfect, and then we walked. I really had like pain in my feet, but they say like, well, that's something you allow yourself to like suffer, but you get almost your life for it back because it's your only source of food. So I thought, yeah, that seems fair. So you come up and you see the people already smiling when you're in a line walking up to them. And then you open your bowl, they put the food in, and I'm almost like, they're really giving me their food. Like, they cooked for this because it was early, and it was still warm. I felt that. And that feeling that I was so happy and grateful for what they did. They do something good for you, so you want to do something good for them. Want to give something back to them. Like, it makes you want to be a better monk, follow the precepts, and stricter, be a true monk, or keeping up Buddhism by learning Dhamma or something. It's a good way of reminding what you're doing here.
After deeply experiencing the faith and support of the lay people, the Dhammadietas have found extra motivation to diligently perform the rest of their monastic duties. The most powerful way for them to repay the lay people is by purifying their minds through meditation. With the help of experienced meditation tutor monks, they will soon be guided to experience profound inner peace and a deeper understanding of themselves and what it means to be a true monk.